Welcome to the Olympus Report, demigods, monsters, and gods alike. Riordan is an amazingly talented writer and has created stories that has lasted 20 plus years, but some are a little better than others. Here's my pick for the top 5 best written stories from the RiordanVerse. Before we get started, I just want to state that this is not a list of my favorite books or necessarily even which books I think are the best. These are the books I think are the best written from a narrative standpoint. All right, let's jump into the list. Number 5, The Hammer of Thor. The Magnus Chase series is an extremely well-written series, and it makes sense as Rick had grown as a writer. Magnus Chase accomplishes in 3 books what Percy Jackson took in 5. Without the series feeling rushed or slow, it has the perfect pacing. But especially The Hammer of Thor, it does it exceptionally well. It picks up shortly after the Sword of Summer and starts a mystery that was hinted at in book 1. Where is Thor's hammer? Right from the beginning, this book is extremely engaging. Our heroes must play detective to reveal parts of the story. In this book, we get Hearthstone's tragic backstory. Just when you think Rick Riordan can't rip our hearts out anymore, he outshines himself with Hearthstone. But it's not just tragic for the sake of being tragic. There's meaning and lessons behind it. Lessons such as greed, forgiveness, and grief, all expertly woven into this story. And along the way, there is plenty of action, battles, and funny moments. One thing that Rick does really well is write characters and balance them. There's already a ton of characters in the Sword of Summer, but it never felt too much. Each character has their part, and in the Hammer of Thor, we get even more characters with the introduction of Alex Fierro, and Alex fits in perfectly. It's simply an outstanding book beginning to end. Number 4, The Titan's Curse. The Titan's Curse is where Percy Jackson went from just a book series to history. Rick decided to try something new. The format is slightly different. This book took the story to the next level. It introduced deeper and darker themes, but in a way that is still enjoyable for kids, but yet can also be enjoyed by adults on a deeper level. Like the Hammer of Thor, The Titan's Curse introduces a mystery. Who is the general? This keeps the readers engaged. This book also gives us some of the most well-written scenes and battles, but the characters are also extremely well-written. We see Luke start to crack, glimpse the human underneath the anger. And this is thanks to the outstanding writing. The Lightning Thief and the Sea of Monsters are great books, but they're just stories. The Titan Curse is so much more on a deeper level. Number 3, The Burning Maze. The Trials of Apollo is the best written series in the RiordanVerse. The characters, the themes, the development of the villains, it's all top notch. Rick does more than just tell a story with these books. He analyzes what it means to be human, to forgive, to get second chances, to redeem oneself. The first 2 books were fine. They set up the story and were perhaps a bit slow, but The Burning Maze really took this series to the next level, doing things Rick had never done before and took a risk that I personally think gives the story more weight. Whether or not you agree with what took place in this book, no one can deny that it didn't resonate with the audience. And that is good storytelling. Plus, the obstacles and mazes our heroes have to go through are super intriguing and well thought out. This is the book where Apollo's character truly changes, starts to take his turn, and it's done with simply incredible writing. Number 2, The Lost Hero. Some of us may not be ready to admit this, but this book is next level writing and one of the best in the RiordanVerse. I don't care that there's no Percy. Do you have any idea how hard it is to hold up to the success of Percy Jackson? Well, Rick did it with the Heroes of Olympus, and it starts with this book. The format and foreshadowing in this book is so good. It's familiar yet different. We see Camp Half-Blood and familiar faces, but we're introduced to a whole new cast of characters. Old with new. Piper, Jason, and Leo fit right in. They don't feel forced. Even though we haven't known them as long as Annabeth or Percy, They feel like we have, and that can only be accomplished with good writing. The mystery of where is Percy, where did Jason come from, and who is behind the new war is also so well written. The Lost Hero is a perfect bridge between Percy Jackson and the next couple of books. It keeps the traditional format of new demigod, camp, and quest before changing it up later in the Mark of Athena. This book moves us from point A to point B, and the story would not have worked as well without it. We needed the Lost Hero so we could get to the Son of Neptune and the rest of the books. And the Lost Hero does a great job of introducing a new series and setting up everything that's to come. Number 1. The Last Olympian. Closing out a story as popular as Percy Jackson is no easy feat, and yet Riordan absolutely nailed it. So many times in literature, the last book of a series falls short, but not in this case. Rick took a chance, changing the format. There's no quest this time, just one giant battle. And this could have gotten chaotic, but it didn't. The action is well balanced with slower moments. It has perfect pacing from beginning to end. Each character gets resolution to their story and nothing is rushed. The ending feels deserved. This book concludes the story so well. Yes, we want more, but we don't need more. Percy Jackson is its own contained series in the 5 books. It has a beginning, middle, and end. No loose strings were left unresolved. It's simply genius, and a book I could reread over and over again without getting bored. Do you agree with this list? Which book do you think Riordan took to the next level? Let me know down in the comments below. But until next time, I'm signing off, and please, as always, stay safe.